humans face an insidious and pervasive threat lurking in the environment: microplastics. These tiny plastic particles permeate every corner of the earth, infiltrating our oceans, freshwater systems, soil, and even the air we breathe. As a result, microplastics have infiltrated the very core of the food chain, leading to potential health consequences that could disrupt the delicate balance of life. One of the most sinister aspects of microplastics is their ability to wreak havoc on the human body in numerous ways. When ingested, these seemingly innocuous particles can cause physical damage to the gastrointestinal tract, leading to irritation, inflammation, or obstruction. This damage may further result in nutrient absorption issues or chronic discomfort, as the microplastics accumulate in the gut, silently eroding the body's ability to function optimally. Moreover, these minuscule plastic particles harbor a dark secret. They often carry a toxic cocktail of chemicals, additives, and pollutants. Plasticizers, flame retardants, and colorants are just a few of the harmful substances that can be found within or attached to microplastics. When ingested, these chemicals can poison the human body, leading to a myriad of health issues. The chemicals present in microplastics are not the only danger. These particles can act as carriers for other toxic substances, such as heavy metals and organic contaminants, increasing the likelihood of exposure to these harmful elements. Some chemicals, such as bisphenol A, BPA, and phthalates, are known endocrine disruptors that interfere with the body's hormonal system, leading to reproductive, developmental, and immune system issues. As if these threats were not enough, ingesting microplastics has the potential to trigger oxidative stress and inflammation, contributing to a plethora of health issues, including cardiovascular disease, neurodegenerative diseases, and cancer. Furthermore, microplastics can impair the immune system, leaving the body more susceptible to infections and other immune-related diseases. The malevolent influence of microplastics does not end there. These particles can also alter the gut microbiome, a complex ecosystem that plays a crucial role in digestion, immune function, and overall health. By disturbing this delicate balance, microplastics may further undermine the body's ability to function properly. In this grim reality, the dangers of microplastics extend beyond the individual, reaching into the very heart of the food chain. These particles can accumulate in organisms and move up the food chain through a process called biomagnification, leading to higher concentrations of microplastics and associated chemicals in the bodies of animals higher up in the chain, including humans. As a result, the damage inflicted by these particles is not only confined to those who directly consume them, but also to those who unwittingly ingest them through their diet. The toxic influence of microplastics can even extend to the brain, potentially causing neurological effects due to the presence of neurotoxic chemicals or by triggering inflammation. This may lead to cognitive impairments or increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, further undermining the ability of humans to thrive in this polluted world. Worst of all, the consequences of microplastic consumption do not spare even the most vulnerable among us. Some chemicals associated with microplastics can cross the placental barrier, posing a significant risk to fetal development. This exposure may result in developmental abnormalities, growth restrictions, or other health issues in the developing fetus, forever altering the trajectory of a life before it has even begun. The long-term effects of microplastic consumption remain shrouded in mystery. As the study of microplastics is still in its infancy, it is possible that chronic exposure to these particles may have far-reaching and yet-to-be-discovered consequences on human health. As the years go by, the true extent of the damage caused by these omnipresent particles may only become apparent as more insidious health problems emerge, potentially altering the very fabric of human society. In the face of such a bleak and dystopian future, it is crucial for humanity to confront the microplastic menace head-on. Continued research into the health consequences of microplastic consumption is vital to uncover the full scope of their impact on the human body and the environment. Armed with this knowledge, the development of strategies to reduce microplastic pollution becomes an essential undertaking to mitigate the potential devastation these particles can inflict. To sum up, while research on the health consequences of microplastic consumption is still in its early stages, these are some potential risks associated with ingesting these particles. 1. Physical damage. Microplastics may cause physical damage to the gastrointestinal tract, potentially leading to inflammation, irritation, or obstruction. Larger microplastics may accumulate in the gut, potentially affecting nutrient absorption or causing discomfort. 2. Chemical toxicity. Microplastics can contain various additives, such as plasticizers, flame retardants, and colorants, which may have toxic effects when ingested. Additionally, microplastics can act as carriers for other pollutants, such as heavy metals and organic contaminants, potentially leading to increased exposure to these harmful substances. 3. Endocrine disruption. Some chemicals present in microplastics, such as bisphenol A, BPA, and phthalates, are known endocrine disruptors. These chemicals can interfere with the body's hormonal system, potentially leading to reproductive, developmental, and immune system issues. 4. Oxidative stress and inflammation. Ingested microplastics may cause oxidative stress and inflammation in the body, which can contribute to various health issues, such as cardiovascular disease, neurodegenerative diseases, and cancer. 5. Immune system impairment. Microplastics may impair the immune system by interacting with immune cells, potentially leading to increased susceptibility to infections and other immune-related diseases. 6. Potential effects on microbiome. Microplastics may alter the gut microbiome, potentially impacting digestion, immune function, and overall health. 7. Bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Microplastics and associated chemicals can accumulate in organisms over time, particularly in those that consume other organisms containing microplastics. This can lead to biomagnification, a process in which the concentration of these substances increases as they move up the food chain. Consequently, humans who consume contaminated food may be exposed to higher levels of microplastics and associated chemicals, increasing the potential for negative health effects. 8. Neurological effects. Although research on this topic is limited, some studies suggest that microplastics may have neurological effects due to the presence of neurotoxic chemicals or by triggering an inflammatory response in the brain. This could potentially contribute to cognitive impairments or increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. 9. Potential effects on fetal development. There is growing concern about the potential impact of microplastics on fetal development, as some chemicals associated with microplastics can cross the placental barrier. This exposure may increase the risk of developmental abnormalities, growth restrictions, or other health issues in the developing fetus. As the study of microplastics is a relatively new field, the long-term health effects of consuming these particles remain largely unknown. It is possible that chronic exposure to microplastics may have yet to be discovered effects on human health. Ultimately, it is our responsibility to take political action as well as individual action to deal with all these consequences.